I'm convinced that Rabbi Shmuley was born a troll.
Can you not use that word? Here's the problem with that word, and I'm going to ask you to not call him that. Okay. Schmutz is Yiddish for dirty, right? For dirt. And it's a bubby thing to say. Like when my mom would like if my kids saw my mom and they had food on their face, she's like, come here, you have schmutz on your face. And so to me, that's like a lovable thing that I would get from my bubby, or my mom does for my kids. And I just don't ruin that. Don't ruin the schmutz. The schmutz is good. Okay.
Rabbi Shmuley in his latest example, well, he is the butt plug rabbi, but yes,
Rabbi butt plug. I think that's better.
Rabbi Shmuley got approached on Broadway near Times Square, and this was interesting.
Rabbi Shmuley is a Zionist fucking pig.
Get this.
Here he is, right on camera. Hi, everybody. I have no problem saying it. Rabbi Shmuley.
Say your name.
I'm Salvo, baby. I have no problem saying it.
What's your phone number? Say it
Why
all.
would I give a Zionist?
Say it all. Say it all. Say it all.
Zionist pig, relax. Why would I give a
Excuse me.
Why would I give?
Excuse me, officer. This man is.
Officer, he murdered me.
I love when people tell me, you guys, I know that it's German word. Yiddish is a combination of German and like slang. That's what it comes from. So yes, I know that's the root. I get it. But yes.
One more time.
Say it all.
Zionist pig, relax. Why would I give a
Excuse me.
Why would I give?
Excuse me, officer. This man is attacking me.
I have it on video.
Right now.
I have it on video.
I have it on video.
I have it on video.
He's a Jew. It's a hate crime. He's threatening me.
I called him a Zionist. I didn't touch him.
He came over to me and I filmed the whole thing.
I have it on video. I have it on video.
I
I just talked to him.
I didn't my life.
No, I didn't.
He has to be arrested, please.
I agree.
He has to be arrested. He came over and he called me a Zionist. What if he called you a kike Jew? And you still can't get him arrested for that. But in his mind, that's grounds for arrest, that you must arrest him. Just remember, if they had full control, and the only reason they don't in the United States is because this is an armed country. That's about it. But because he came over and called him a Zionist, you got to arrest him. Arrest him. The cops looking at him. And this is the one thing I do respect about the NYPD. They get approached for something like this shit. They're like, dude, get the fuck out of here.
I want to address this. Hebrew is Yiddish and made up. Hebrew is not Yiddish. It is not Yiddish. Yiddish was like the language of my people's survival in a world where it was hard to survive. Yiddish was what the Eastern European Jews, and this was before the countries were the lines that they are. So my people that were from what is now kind of Austria and Hungary, but was kind of more Prussia, that's what they spoke. That's how they survived. They, Jewish people weren't allowed to go to schools, weren't allowed to study things. This was like a language of survival. Do not confuse that with Hebrew, which was made up as a spoken language and brought back to existence to justify having its own state in Ziohel. Okay, very different. They are not the same. And Yiddish is German-based. Hebrew is supposedly based on the written Hebrew and forms of like Aramaic or whatever, but it's made up. Okay.
Please, he has to be arrested.
They know who you are, bro.
Please, sir, he has to be arrested.
Rabbi Shmuley, what happened to dialogue?
Let's see if the
What happened to dialogue,
takes
Rabbi
this hate crime
Shmuley? Is this your
seriously.
husband? You let him in the street acting such a fool every time, huh?
Debbie, bring it here. This is what happened to me at the Fontainebleau Hotel. I won't put up with it.
Rabbi
This
Shmuley,
man
why are
is
you
threatening
lying?
me. He is harassing
Rabbi
me.
Shmuley,
He's
why are
guilty
you
of a hate
lying?
crime, and now let's see if the NYPD.
Rabbi Shmuley, I have it on video right here.
I was doing a video about this is about anti-Semitism.
I'm doing a
display.
video
We're in the middle
too.
of an intermission. This man came over.
I was at the play
attacked
too.
me, harassed me. He already called us fucking Jews upstairs. I have a woman who
No, I
witnessed
didn't.
it.
No,
you
I didn't.
called
I'm
us
with my-
fucking Jews.
I'm
as
with
you
my
left,
wife over there.
and he just attacked me.
I
My name
have
is
it on
Rabbi
video.
Shmuley Boteches. He will tell you.
They know who you are, Rabbi Shmuley. They know who you are, Rabbi Shmuley. You're making
He
a
attacked me, and this is a hate crime.
you're making a scene, Rabbi
He
Shmuley.
attacked me, and this is a hate crime.
What a
Now, why did you walk over to me? Tell him. Why did you walk over to him, and what did you say? Why'd you
Yes,
walk
sir.
over to me and what did you say?
I said you're a Zionist.
No, you said I'm an effing Zionist. You started an attack.
I'm allowed to swear at
My
you.
safety.
No, I
You are
didn't.
threatening my safety.
No, I didn't.
You invaded my personal space to harm me.
I'm allowed to say.
Yes, he is a Zionist pig, and so are you. Who in the fuck do these people think they are?
They're chosen.
If that's who's chosen, then I don't want to be chosen.
Well, that's exactly.
That's my
No, and again, as somebody who is a free speech absolutist, I
Same.
think that you should be able to say whatever horrible, hateful shit you want to say.
Of course, as long as you're not
Like,
threatening. Like I said, I'm going to effing kill you, which he didn't say. He just said you're an effing Zionist pig, which you are. And there's this thing called freedom of speech. But the one thing we've noticed about a lot of Zionists, that first of all, they don't believe in the U.S. Constitution. That much is obvious. They are not loyal to the United States in any way, shape, or form. And finally, because they're not, they still think they're in control of our government and how our elected officials, as well as our law enforcement officials, are supposed to conduct business, which means that they're just as valuable as property. Protect us at all costs. Do away with this.
The wife? Is that butt plug's wife?
I believe it is. I believe it is. So, yeah, maybe it's the lighting.
I mean, I'm just somebody like, if somebody wants to say really nasty, mean, hateful shit, I 1,000% support their right to do it. If you want to walk down, a street in a Black neighborhood yelling racial slurs, I'd encourage it. I think that might be a really good, FAFO kind of situation. But I'll support your right to do it. I think, I also support people's right to do what they feel they need to do in response to you doing that. But sure.
And the other thing is they're gonna push this for all it's worth for as long as they can. This isn't going to stop. So Shmuley acting a fool is not anything new. But as you said, Shmuley is a prime example of somebody who is never going to have a moment's peace for the rest of his life, and nor should he. He should never have a moment's peace.
Yeah, Buster Peak, don't degrade your own foreskin so much. Just don't. It's unnecessary. Don't say that about it. There's no need to compare it to Rabbi Shmuley.
I'm allowed to say he's a Zionist pig. I'm allowed to say he's a Zionist pig. Why do you escalate, Rabbi Shmuley? Why do you escalate? Why do you escalate, Rabbi Shmuley?
Officer, Jews have to be safe in New York City.
Sir, I have freedom of speech. Sir.
Jews cannot.
One more time.
Oh my God, Jews have to.
Why do you escalate, Rabbi Shmuley? Why do you escalate? Why do you escalate, Rabbi Shmuley?
Officer, Jews have to be safe in New York City.
Sir,
I don't know how Jews could be safe.
They have to be safe in New York City.
They can't be safe in New York City. There's a Muslim as mayor. Didn't you know? How in the world could Jews be safe?
He has nightmares about children being able to afford to go to school and have breakfast in the morning. It's a nightmare. It's a kvetching nightmare.
I have freedom of speech. Sir.
Jews cannot be attacked because they weren't Jews. If someone's black and they're attacked, that's racist.
Rabbi Shmuley completely losing his mind.
Okay, can we just address the fact that this guy looks like the most non-threatening person you could possibly imagine?
He looks like a hippie. He looks like my kind of people.
Yeah. This isn't some burly, over-the-top, physically imposing person who rolled up on Shmuley and he was scared. This is a guy who's probably just as big as he is.
Can I, first of all, point out the obvious, okay? That somebody holding a phone in one hand is just really not that threatening unless there's a gun in the other.
Yeah.
Okay? So I don't know why you would feel threatened by somebody whose weapon is a phone, unless you're doing shit that you don't want to be recorded. Or, I don't know. Or you just love to play he just loves to play the victim card too. Yeah, he does kind of look like a 70s.
It's freedom of speech. It's freedom of speech. I can call him a Zionist. It's freedom of speech. We're not in Israel.
I got it all on video if you want to see it.
What happened?
I know him. I was at the play too with my wife.
You were at that?
Yes. Yeah. I know who he is. He's a Zionist. I saw he was filming a video saying, in my opinion, a bunch of hateful things, right?
But where was that video being taken?
Just right here.
To you or like?
No, his wife was filming him, and I just went up and filmed him and called him a Zionist, and that's when he ran to you guys right away. And I can show it to you.
Yeah, let's see what you got.
Exactly. That's and it isn't a matter of whether or not he cares about being called a Zionist. He was just using that as an opportunity to be a victim and get attention, because that's what he is. He's an attention whore. Butt plug. He's gross.
So
He's
I think
so
there's a little bit more to this. So let's see how it concluded.
Should Jews speak up and be lions, and when should they be silent and be sheep? Believe it or not, that is the subject of one of the most important Broadway shows that's on right now, Giant. So John Lithgow, the great actor, stars as Roald Dahl. Roald Dahl is probably the most famous children's author of our time, but he was a disgusting, vile anti-Semite. He called Israel Nazis. He called all Jews complicit in genocide.
Okay, so can we go back and promote this show now? Because now, I mean, and I was never like a big Roald Dahl fan. Like, I did definitely like the Chocolate Factory stuff, but it's like an anti-Semite is, again, spoken by a man who's not a Semite. Shmuley, you're not a Semite. You're just such a fucking piece of shit.
Big time.
Non-Israelis. He was a pig. He was a vile, disgusting pig. And the question is, should we stock his books and read James and the Giant, Peach? Okay, that's a different subject. What's fascinating is,
Rabbi Shmuley is a Zionist fucking pig.
Yeah, get this.
Here he is, right on camera. Hi, everybody.
this.
I have no problem saying it.
Get
Rabbi
this. Say your
Shmuley.
name. Say your name.
I'm Salvo, baby. I have no
Salvo.
problem saying
What's your
it.
phone number? Say it
Why
all.
would I give a
Say
Zionist?
it all.
Why would I give
Say it all. Say it all. Say it
Zionist
all.
pig? Relax. Why would I give a
Excuse me.
Why would
Excuse me. Officer. This man is.
And there you have it. So he was making a
my
video.
God.
So
Funny.
this is, but isn't this so amazing? So Shmuley is making a video from a Broadway play that he went to see of a guy that he says is a raging anti-dentist.
We don't. No. We don't know that. Did he say they saw it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear him say
John
they saw it.
Lithgow, the amazing actor.
Well, no, he just said who was in it.
Yeah.
Well, just because he knows who's in a Broadway play and he's standing in front of it
No,
doing video.
because Salvo is saying, I saw Shmuley inside the theater, and then I saw him leave during the intermission. So I decided to go out there, and I wanted to say something.
Okay,
to
so
him.
he was in. Okay, that's what I was saying. I didn't know for sure he was inside.
So
All
this son of a bitch is out there making a video complaining about a play that's based on a guy who he claims to be an anti-dentite bastard. Yeah, I know what I said. And yet he's there watching. And yet he's there watching the play.
Yeah, guys, we need to stop being so insulting to pigs and foreskins, apparently. There's no need to be critiquing natural things for this freak nature.
Oh, he's a freak of nature, all right.
Oh,
no two ways about it.
He's so gross. I don't know how much more I can take.
Well, no, this is it. But this is there
I
is
can't take
nothing
much more of this guy.
What more can you say other than he does represent so much of what we, yes, well, he's got a weenie on his, never mind.
Maybe that's why he's so invested in butt plugs. I don't know.
Maybe so. Whatever he's invested in, I hope whoever is buying his product is clearly from a very specific, network of people, I would imagine. And of course, when you're sitting in a position like he's in, you have an advantage over the field. He doesn't really have to do much, but he's part of Hasbro. So he can do what he wants, and he does. But getting confronted, just like that. Not really much to it. Like I said, it wasn't some guy who was threatening his life or was going to try to attack him. This is just guys like, you're a Zionist pig. Officer! Man, the stereotypes just write themselves, don't they?
Oh,
well,
that
hopefully,
is so gross.
Hopefully it's only a matter of time. You're on borrowed time, schmucky.
I almost feel bad for even the word schmuck. All this schmuck is foreskin.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I've told you that before. We've had this discussion.
Yeah, I
The
forgot.
schmuck is the foreskin when it gets removed.
Well, then in that case, it's actually a very appropriate name because one thing we know about certain rabbis, they dig the schmuck.